Alright, we got our super spacer back up here. We put the 6-hole masking plate on the back side, and we set up our coaxial indicator because we want to find true center of the chuck. So we put it down inside the chuck, down below where the jaws are, and there's a nice concentric round area right there, and we found, and we like to dial that, and we're running nice and true right there. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring it up here, and we really want to swing right there. Well, we just barely got enough travel there. Okay, we want to verify that we're chucking it concentric with the chuck, because we're going to be putting in the 6 holes here that are going to match 6 holes on this nut here, and we want to relatively be true with the center. And we'll go ahead and give this a spin here, and we are holding. We're holding it as close as it was registering down in there. So even though we've got gear teeth out here that were cut with the plasma cutter, registering just on the sides or partial here or there, you're actually hitting that tooth out there and that tooth out there. These 2 teeth in between are just like floating there. So there's something to be said for how true the plasma cut is putting the teeth in here, and they register. I also did grab on the outside here to do this finished bore over in the lathe, and it shows you how true that was running. So a combination of everything there, we're within 1.5 thousandths is all I'm getting out on here, and that's more than enough to be 180-degree rotation on this thing. So part of this is never going to even be used probably. You know, maybe the chain will stay in that one spot that whole time. So alright, we're true. We're ready to run. Alright, we know that we can put 6 holes anywhere in this plate we want, and we know that this registers, so we can go ahead and pop this out because we know it's going to repeat, and we are on 0 now. And actually, before I forget, alright, we're at 0 there. Alright, now the reason why I'm doing that is because we have to put in a nut here, and this is going to gauge. This is going to gauge where we actually want the pins, and I think we're going to go with 1/4 inch pin, so I can just simply do a 1/4 inch hole, and we want them to be in line with our points. Alright, we came over here with our tap follower, which is a nice pointer, and we kind of like that. We have a scribe line on here across from that point, and a diameter out here. Well, we're going to be back away from the threads a little bit because we're going to drill a hole there, and we're going to insert some pins, and we're going to heliarc those pins in on the other side, so that they're protruding out on this side, the thickness of our disc. Alright, so we picked up that, so we're going to grab our diameter. We're going to go with 1/4 inch, so we're going to grab a 1/4 inch well, a pilot drill, and then a 1/4 inch reamer, and we're going to make 6 pinholes in this nut. let's go ahead and we'll get ourselves we're going to get just a skosh clearance for a 1/4 inch. Probably something like 257, somewhere around there. Alright, we got the nut in here and we're ready. We're going to be drilling, we're going to do all of our nuts, not just the one that we put the hole pattern in to hold the sprocket. But this is going to be a locking screw or a dimple screw hole, and we're going to drill and tap a 5/16 threaded hole in here so we can run an Allen set screw in and dimple our regular rotary threads there to a locking position once we finalize each and every one of these, so that we don't have an accident or anything coming loose on us. Now, how do we get this set up to where we know where we're going to put that? We put the index head up here, and then we disengage the masking plate so that we could shift it wherever we wanted. We took the jaw straight down and we set it up with a square like this so that we knew it was square. That means that this is square to the level plane. Once we did that, and we went ahead and measured the width, and we took our pair of calipers and we scribed a line halfway, which is 225 thousandths. And then we scaled across the flat, that's 2/600. We came over to 1/300 in the center, and we're kosher with our point. So that's how we located that without any effort, without any dialing or anything else. So just kind of making sure that everything is there, and that is going to repeat on every one of our nuts. You always want to make sure you got enough travel to do your tap, otherwise you pull your tap, you pull your chuck, you pull the tap out of the chuck, you'll slip a chuck, you'll do all kinds of things. You got to have the right travel. You also have to have the right speed. You get the thing down to running slow. Actually, you can step it up just a little bit. You don't have to, tapping, it was just slower than it needed. Okay. There we go. Alright, we'll do the other 4 nuts. We've got our nuts in the vise here, and that's the holes we drilled and tapped for the set screws we're going to run. Now we're going to come on this side here, the inside of the nut here, and we have this 12 thread pitch here intersecting the hole there. And there's a lot of burrs and stuff raised up. And what I like to do is take a large tap with the same thread pitch that we're working, and the larger the better. And And I'm going to use that with it on its side, drawing it back and forth. And this is actually acting like a comb, but it also will cut or break off the burr that's right there on the edge. Now, what I'm also going to do here, got a rotary burr here with a nice little 3/8 ball, and I'm going to just press it in here. I want to take and roll that edge over there just slightly, so it's almost like a little countersink, but we know it's a ball shape. Get a firm grip on it so you're not really gonna track or put pecker tracks all over the place here. Alright, so anyway, we're gonna comb it, and now we have a nice thread right there, and that should screw on fine. Alright, here's the one with our pinholes then. Little rotary burr and a little thread comb. Alright, I got the nut sitting over the sprocket, and I've cut pins, 6 of them, and I put the pins in there. They're all faced up on the other end, and I got them all held down there so they're going to stick out the right distance there. And I'm going to go ahead and just do a little rosette while I'll set these up. Alright, well, we're waiting for that to cool. We've got one of our nuts here. This is the one that's going to screw all the way down, so we might as well run it down, get our bearing on there. And we can get this over in place, and we can start getting ready to assemble the nut and that sprocket with the pins there.